Hello, my name is Alexandra Powers, and the title of this compendium is The Rohingya Genocide and Continued Suffering of the People. This video presentation aims to summarize some aspects of the compendium in advance for an easier understanding moving forward. Before this video presentation continues and before you read the compendium itself, I wanted to acknowledge the trigger warnings that are supplied for the act of genocide, sexual assault, rape, child death, and more. Whatever I say in this video presentation and on the website itself does not align with the views of the United States, as they do not officially recognize the Rohingya genocide as a genocide. I am using the United Nations official definition of genocide moving henceforth. To begin, why did I choose to study the Rohingya throughout my undergraduate and graduate studies? This was due to having known someone from our Rohingya family. She constantly was trying to get others to listen as to what was happening in her home country and why her family was now here. I wanted to continue giving light to it, as she has long since moved from the United States with her family members. It's not something that people often know of in the United States or in other countries, as I have come to learn. The compendium focuses on shedding light to the genocide and the continued suffering of the people. Upon moving forward, the abstract and overview, both available at the end of the homepage and at the end of this video presentation page as well, give insight on how this matter began and efforts done to aid the Rohingya. I hope that when moving forward with the entire compendium, there is better understanding of why the Rohingya Muslims deserve further activism in the Western world and more. The next page is methodology with its two subpages. This compendium focused more on mixed methods with a particular focus on qualitative methods. Quantitative work was mostly done in support of qualitative work. There is special focus for a quantitative approach study that is approached in the professional research area. It will also be one of the quote snippets that is provided. This particular area of the compendium as well tries to bring an understanding of the theories applied to the different areas of research in the papers. The two main theories are Donnelly's genocide exception and necropolitics by Bembe. The entire book from Martin Shaw on war and genocide, organized killing in a modern society, is applied to every aspect of this compendium as well. These theories and the book that provides all of the theories inside of it are present throughout all aspects of research, even if it does not appear as evident in some regards. It becomes a matter of understanding the act of genocide and necropolitics on a deep level. The first subpage for methodology is professional research. The following slide, after this one, will introduce three quote snippets from the actual compendium. They are not the full quote, and I will say this now, that this is where the trigger warnings will be coming in the snippets themselves. They were chosen as a way to give an understanding as to what was done throughout the research through years. This will be expanded upon further in the slides, but also in the compendium itself, it is linked back to the theories that were presented previously. I recommend reading the papers that I provide in the compendium as well for further understanding of all theories and how these pieces of research connect. The literature review that is provided as well is a great stepping stone for learning more on the Rohingya Muslims and how everything is going for them. It also provides a great way to learn more about the coup that happened recently in 2024 that has caused most of this research to be outdated due to the fact that Bangladesh is now under an acting government. Professional research as well gave great insight into the personal interviews that I did. This is expanded upon further in the personal research section. To begin with the professional research quote snippets, I will begin with the top left from Khan and Haq 2021 study. This is the quantitative approach that is used overall as a survey across many different Rohingya in Myanmar, Bangladesh, and Malaysia. Mirroring results of the previous studies across different refugee communities, the current study has revealed significant mental health impairments among Rohingyas in Bangladesh. They have experienced a sudden loss of resources and living in unstable social conditions. Their poor mental health has further intensified by the current living conditions of overcrowded camps and daily life stressors. The next quote is from Anya Noor on the right-hand side, an interview with a Rohingya Muslim refugee living in Bangladesh at the moment that this was conducted in 2020. The violence and the killing drove us to leave our homes. They burnt houses in my neighborhood. They shot and killed a lot of people in my village. We were living with fear every day. The final quote, also on the left-hand side, comes from a Human Rights Watch article done in 2022 about how the Rohingya have had no aid, no proper justice since their mass exodus in 2017. They burned down our houses, raped our mothers and sisters, burned our children. We took shelter in Bangladesh to escape that brutality. Now I've been living in Clipchamp for 5 years. This is from a Rohingya refugee Muslim. He spoke it directly to a Human Rights Watch employee. The next subpage for methodology is personal research. This will not be further expanded upon in the video due to anonymity provided for the 4 interviewees. 4 anonymous interviews were conducted throughout undergraduate and graduate studies. These are provided directly on the Compendium website in a summarized manner due to personal information and more in the full interviews. The transcriptions will not be provided due to this. Reading through these gives personal insight from a Bengali perspective and 2 direct interviews with Rohingya refugees. The final interview is fully anonymous and it took place very shortly after the recent coup of the Bangladesh government. The people interviewed were contacted once again in 2025 for this compendium to learn more about the aftermath of the coup. 3 of them managed to respond to the contact, and this is added in the personal research section as well. Moving forward, the next aspect is the papers that were written. 3 papers were written throughout the accelerated MA program of Social Justice and Human Rights. The first paper is from an undergraduate class and has MLA formatting. It was submitted for JHR 305, Theoretical Social Justice and Human Rights. The second paper is from a graduate course and uses APA formatting. This comes from JHR 505, Migration, Asylum, and Refugees. The final is the previously mentioned literature review. It is an APA formatted paper for JHR 515, Power and Inequity in Academia and Activism. The summarization of paper 1. This MLA undergrad paper focused on possible solutions to the end of the Rohingya genocide, along with giving past solutions that other countries have tried. It gives a historical insight to the Rohingya genocide with citation on every aspect. The second paper is an APA graduate paper focused on the failing integration with Bangladesh and the continued suffering of the Rohingya Muslims in the Bangladesh camps. They are trying to find their way home. They are trying to have reparations. They are arguing for Bangladesh to let them work, to do anything with their lives. It is a paper that is perhaps the heaviest on the Bengali perspective as well, and how Bengali citizens are unsure of the Rohingya Muslims now as solidarity has begun to dissipate quite slowly. Due to the recent coup of the government, a lot of the research done in this is now considered to be outdated, and hopefully this will one day be updated with a far more advanced paper on how the acting government is treating the Rohingya Muslims as well. The third and final paper is a literature review for the entire compendium itself. It gives 3 thematic groups of research that was done overall. I recommend reading this paper as well for further understanding and ways to learn more on the Rohingya. While it may not be as up to date due to the recent coup, it is important to learn of the historical aspects of this genocide. Finally, the last 2 pages are the bibliography for the whole website and the acknowledgement. It focuses on proper crediting of what is directly cited. Along with this, all photographers are properly credited. This includes this video presentation, which will have one more slide for the photographs that are presented here. And on the Compendium website itself, there is a clickable box where you can open up and click directly to the links where these photographs were taken from for this video presentation. Finally, thank you for having taken the time to watch this video. I am hopeful that when you move forward with this compendium and henceforth that you are also proceeding to spread the word about the Rohingya Muslims. They are a group that desperately needs further activism. While they have ICC cases, they have ICJ cases, the United Nations has taken on many hearings about them. There is not enough being done for them. They are being actively killed off in the moments that you are watching this. I hope that you are going to move forward, and I hope that you are going to try to do anything or that you at least spread the word. And I hope that you understand why I have chosen to focus on this so heavily throughout the 5 years that I have done this and will continue to be doing this. Thank you very much. And here are the photo credits that were also previously mentioned to be on the website itself.